17-year-old mother Deola reportedly took her life after a domestic dispute with her husband Seyi over 2 cups of rice in Labi, Akinyele Local Government Area, Oyo State. Tragedy struck following a disagreement about the quantity of rice to prepare for Deola and her 15-month-old child. According to sources, the disagreement began when Seyi suggested Deola cook only 2 cups of rice for herself and their child, indicating he would not partake in the meal. Upset by the suggestion, Deola prepared the meal, dropped her child at school, and later ingested an insecticide at home. The family member who pleaded anonymity said the two of them, husband and wife, actually had a minor issue over a measurement of rice. When she was trying to prepare food in the morning, the husband only advised her to measure just 2 cups because the food was meant for her and the kid, meaning that he, the husband, would not eat out of it, but she got angry. So to avoid crisis, the husband left home immediately. She prepared the food and took the kid to school. She later took insecticide after she came back and nobody knew. According to another family member, she said she became weak and started vomiting. We quickly called her husband to come back and rush her to the nearby hospital, but she passed away after being transferred to another facility in Orogun. Deola's death highlights the deep emotional toll domestic conflicts can take. As of press time, Oyo State Police Public Relations Officer Adewale Osifeso had not commented on the matter. The community is reeling from the tragedy, with family members expressing shock at how a minor dispute escalated to a devastating end.
Seriously.
A few weeks ago, we had a discourse about a man killing his wife because of yam. What are your thoughts on this story?
You see, a marriage is not for people who are not mature in mind, aside the age. From the storyline.
Now, I was going to get there. What is the age of consent again in Nigeria? Because when you look at the fact that we are running the Sharia law and the Nigerian constitution alongside,
Sharia law in some part of the country.
What is the age for marriage? This girl is on the age, she's a minor.
Of course.
She's 17.
It's not. The girl is 17.
She's a 17-year-old.
17?
Yes.
No. A 17-year-old child is not supposed to talk about marriage. At that point, he's supposed to be in school to help herself in the future. But though they didn't say whether he's a Muslim or he's a Christian, they didn't indicate that.
It was not indicated.
That was not indicated. But for whatever reasons, like I said, marriage, irrespective of everybody wants to get married on time and raise family on time, is not also giving reasons for people who are not, who don't know, that they have not really know much about marriage. Marriage is not something you just enter with the name, I want to marry, I want to settle down. People that are supposed to go into marriage are people who has been completely prepared in mind. I understand that marriage is not like a bed of rosary. Like what the husband does ask her, if you are preparing the rice, measure 2 cups, because I'm not going to eat. Is that enough reason?
Do you think that is enough? Don't you think there's a possibility that there is an undertone of a different dispute? Number one. Number two, on the other hand, now think about the dispute part. Then equally, I want you to think about the fact that mental health crisis in Nigeria, and I want to reference this mental health crisis from the angle for this girl as regards also to child marriage.
It's wrong. There's something bigger there.
Right? The mental health of, I'm not sure a 17-year-old, right, would depend on which in my opinion, I don't think it rightly happens easily, where a 17-year-old will wake up and say, I want to get married, and the parents will say yes. Most of the time, those marriages are usually arranged and organized by the parents. Now, what are your thoughts on the first hand as, regards the whole child marriage thing and the way we handle mental health crisis in Nigeria?
Yeah. The child marriage thing is not, is one of the, is in fact, to me, is not really advisable, because it's causing so many harm than good. Some of these gay child, they don't have option. Their parents say you must marry maybe based on the religion they find themselves.
Right.
And so they see it as a norm, even when the child is not ready. Sometimes they impose somebody on them that is not revealed, because for you to talk about marriage, the person that wants to go into marriage should be able to know who he wants to marry and have a rapport. You don't marry anybody, you marry your friend. But in this case, they are not there to detect. The option is that your father wants you to marry this person, and that is it. Maybe it's a very serious person in their area of religions where they are practicing. And the children, majority of them don't have say, because if they say no, their daddy must likely kill them or what have you. The family may likely isolate them.
Right.
So some of them fall victim of this, become a victims in this circumstance.
Right.
And then talking about the this mental issue, is sometimes it also because this is the reason some of them end up having this challenge, because to develop, because when something you don't want to do and you are being forced to do it, no matter how sweet that thing later comes up, you will still remember that this is not what you want, because it is not from your heart. You are being imposed on. There have been those things, that thing you are being forced to do it. You are not doing it from the inside. You are just doing it. You are just smiling and suffering and smiling, because you just want to pretend that it's all is well when it's not well.
Do you think
so? Those things now also contribute to the mental issue, because looking at the story, boy took up is not enough for somebody to go and poison himself. Maybe she has been seeking for her own freedom to do things at her way. Maybe the man is someone that like telling her what to do, and she's seeing herself not being free as a owner of the house to do whatever she wants. The husband must always give instruction. So sometimes, some women don't like those things. They know how to handle their house. You are not supposed to tell them cook 2 cups or cook 1 cup. Maybe this has been happening repeatedly.
Well, do you think that happened because of how expensive foodstuffs are? No, because cost of living is high. Bag of rice is...
Cost of living is high, but I believe cost of living is high. But no woman, every sensible woman, every married woman that is privileged, maybe the husband has stocked the house, I don't think anyone will want to waste the food.
Is this girl a woman?
We call it because he's married. Once somebody is married, you no longer call a girl. He's already married. He's married. If you see her on the street and you call girl, the husband may take it partly with you, because he's somebody that's giving birth. He no longer he has understand what every woman understands. He has experienced what every woman experiences. Just like when somebody is, you call a married woman auntie. Some people get angry. Don't you know I'm no longer can't you call me mommy or what have you, all those things. So these are the things. So I'm just saying the truth. So to me, a 17 years being given to marriage, in the sense already the family has already destroyed the future of that child, because that child will never think right. It is maybe from 23 she will start understanding what it means to marry. At this time she's living under regret, especially if the family is not going to do. So all these things are part of the things that contribute to mental health. People are living under depression because they're just seeing themselves in an environment they will not consent to it. So that's just it.